I am Katharina Michio, and you are watching NYMania.
I'm Kayla Walsh, and you're watching YankeeMania.
Hi, my name is Maria Venuto, and you are watching New York Yankee Mania.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy, and I am so excited to be part of the New York Yankee Mania show.
Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching NY Yankee Mania, the best.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome.
What's up, everybody?
What's up? Johnny, Sean, welcome back. It's been a while, I feel like, since you guys have been on the show. Of course, it's only been last week, but so many things have flown by since then. It feels like it's a year. So how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome again. This is our weekly nighttime Sunday roundup show where we talk about everything sports, everything family events, everything like that with everybody in the chat and with everybody here on the panel, of course. So we appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Just some programming notes before we start. Guys, we've gained a lot of subscribers and a lot of viewers over the last couple of weeks, so we appreciate that. First of all, thank you for sharing and liking our shows. We really appreciate it. There's a lot of things that we have going on here, a lot of memberships that we have secured, a lot of different things that we have planned for you guys for the next upcoming baseball season, and a lot more soon to follow. So we appreciate all the support, all the recognition, and we thank you guys for that. So let's get to some of these programming notes that we have here. This week we have some guests lined up for you guys. So starting tomorrow at 10:30 a.m., we'll have an interview with Gary Reasons, former New York Giants Super Bowl champion linebacker. So that will be tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. brought to us, of course, by Nithin or NR Media. And then on Tuesday at 5 p.m., we have former Philadelphia Phillies pitcher Tommy Green coming on the show with us. We'll do an interview with him on Tuesday at 5 o'clock p.m. And then on Wednesday, we will have Nithin's co-worker / mentor, Bria Frisbee. Bria Frisbee will be on the show with us on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. 10 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday morning. So we appreciate it. Three guests in a row lined up for the show. So, of course, thank you to Nithin for bringing us all these great guests that we always have on the show. And we appreciate the support. So welcome, Sean. Welcome, Johnny. Welcome, everybody in the chat. Hope you're all having a fantastic Sunday night, and hope you all had a fantastic Valentine's Day weekend.
Yes. Had a great Valentine's Day weekend. And it looks like you had an eventful Friday. Fortunately, I couldn't join you guys. Yeah, I already had some commitments for Valentine's Day, so I couldn't join that event. But how was that?
Oh, it was awesome. It was great. It was better than I even expected it to be. Seeing, of course, Joe, Nithin, Chef Nick, my brother Jason, he came with us too. Katharina Michio. We all danced to Sweet Caroline with Angelo and Maria Venuto. It was awesome being at the restaurant, seeing everybody, just really having a fun time, right? Just letting loose, being able to not have to plan out any sort of shows, being at the restaurant and just having some fun. That's what it's all about. Being with friends, meeting new people. It was awesome. And, definitely gained a lot of new experiences there, meeting everybody. But it was awesome. We wish you guys were there with us. But next time, definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm on board. Wherever the next one is, I'm there.
Oh, yeah. Should be soon. And the thumbnail that you guys see for the show tonight, that was us taking a picture right by the dance floor where Maria sang her beautiful songs on Friday night.
Yeah, no, and I heard y'all had some good food over there.
Yes, it was great Italian food.
Yes. No, I mean, it's great. I just had to work a lot. It was a lot of work shuffling, but it got through it. It was overall pretty good. It doesn't take much for me to, celebrate a holiday or anything. And you know what's crazy? We get 2 holidays in one weekend because tomorrow is President's Day. It's a federal holiday.
Right.
You got Valentine's Day on Saturday, and you got President's Day on Monday. So hey, and February's a short month, but no, I mean, but you know what? We got some great news though. What do you guys think about the progress with Cole and how some of these other pictures I've been looking with some of these images from and videos from spring training.
Right. Right before I touch on that, on Wednesday, I believe Sean and Charles from the chat have a Yankees history show. So that'll be Wednesday night as well, in addition to our other interview with Nathan's mentor. So, Sean, any words on that?
Oh, we do. We have a show. Oh yeah. 7:30.
Yeah.
History of the Yankees. With our friend, our brother in the chat, Charles, and myself. We're gonna be co-hosting it. We're gonna set it off, kick off. So come on along with us and let's get this launched. We're gonna do 7:30, and then we're gonna play it by ear. After that, because with the way the season is, and it's gonna be kind of hard to do. But we're gonna get it together. And it's gonna actually be really good because you're gonna hear us talk about anything from the beginning when a team that used to be the defunct Baltimore Orioles in 1903 was purchased by a couple of owners and brought to to New York, became the Highlanders for a few years, and then transitioned to being the Yankees since 1913 all the way to present day. We'll even talk about when Rupert and Barrow built the empire that is now we know as the New York Yankees in the 1918, 1919, and so on. So yeah, we're gonna talk about a lot of that different good stuff, and you guys can, but it's gonna be a lot of fun facts, a lot of history, and while we get to prepare ourselves for another historic season with the Yankees.
Oh yeah, definitely looking forward to that. So much history to touch upon throughout that time. But yeah, you were asking about Garrett Cole, and everybody basically reported to Yankee spring training camp today. All the non-pitchers and everybody else pretty much came to Georgia Steinbrenner Field and started their training for the season. Specifically, Garrett Cole too. I believe Garrett Cole will bounce back definitely from his injury. I believe he could have possibly a quicker recovery time than some pitchers do, hopefully. And I believe he's going to come back strong. He's going to be here for definitely the next couple of seasons. So I think he'll have a strong year. And this is going to be a comeback season for Garrett Cole. He's going to have a great year. He already touched 96 miles per hour with his fastball the other day when he was doing the live bullpen session. And it looks like he already has great chemistry with all of the catchers. So he's coming into this camp strong. He's ready. He's doing what the doctors are telling him to do. And I think he'll be prepared. But joining us now, we have I guess he can't hear us.
Audio issue. He's trying to hook up the cable.
Okay.
I'll just piggyback off that until he gets all settled. I'm very excited to hear the good news about Cole. I hope it stays that way. I know they still got to tiptoe and be careful because, he did have Tommy John surgery. You don't want to rush it. I'm fine if it means, another couple more weeks of recovery time, in the process, if it means he's going to come back 100%. Also, if you checked, I heard Ryan Weathers was pitching. He's already hitting 98 this early in spring training, which is phenomenal. So if all goes well, if Cole comes back healthy, Rodon, Ryan Weathers stands up and does well, we might have something really good going. And I'm going to stay positive. I know I was a little negative over the offseason because I wanted another pitcher added. You'll always use another pitcher. It never hurts, but things are looking pretty good right now. And I hope it stays this way.
I'm good to go, guys.
All right.
Fixed everything. Gotta love technology.
It's all good.
And hey, congratulations on calling the 100th professional game.
Oh, congrats.
Yep, definitely. Congratulations on that. That was awesome to see. Of course, definitely. You're ready for the big leagues. I think. 100 gigs. Definitely more to come. Is that including just basketball or everything?
Everything. I do all sports.
Yes.
All right.
Done soccer, hockey, basketball, and baseball.
Awesome.
Yes.
Now to 1,000.
I don't know if you caught what we were asking earlier as you were coming on. But I said with the good news with Cole and Rodon and Ryan Weather, what are your thoughts on all the good news with this so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see Cole starting to get loose. It's always good to see everyone getting loose in Tampa, not just Cole, but the whole team in general. Good to see Judge again. All these guys getting good looks. I like Ryan Weathers. He's very intriguing to me. He's a really interesting guy. I mean, he's never been healthy once in his major league career, but if this could be the year, I mean, this guy's had a lot of potential. He was a highly touted prospect. So, I mean, he really just needs to stay healthy because when he's been on the field for Miami, he has not looked bad at all. So I'm perfectly fine with this. He's kind of an X factor to start the season. I'm honestly excited. We didn't really give up anything for him. So if he could click for us, fantastic. If he sucks for us, it's whatever. But I really do think he's going to be a big part of this Yankee rotation to start, and he's going to kind of help Cole and Rodon ease into that rotation because I think Cole, when he first comes back, you throw him every 6 days, not every 5 days. You ease him back into that slowly. Weathers could also be a good bullpen piece. He can make the transition. So I like this move a lot, and it's great to see him looking good. Another guy who's looked good in spring training is Will Warren. People have been saying, Brian Houchy's been reporting that Will Warren has looked good, which is good to see. Another guy who's going to need to step up the first month of the rotation, Carlos Rogrange, Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, all these guys are rocking and rolling. So honestly, a Yankee pitching staff that was a big question mark going into it. I mean, take this with a grain of salt because they're just throwing bullpens and they're just throwing against hitters. I mean, I know they're throwing against major league hitters, but it's not even close to a game setting. But the fact that they're looking good and the fact that they look like they've improved already just by their raw talent compared to where they were at last year is a good sign. I'm just always excited for baseball. And the best news of my life that I heard is that Cam Schlidler, crisis averted. He's fine. He will throw tomorrow. He's back on the mound. I was very, very concerned when I saw that Cam was dealing with some back issues, but luckily enough, only a little tightness. You know, he probably slept weird one night. I don't know what the hotel bed situation is like down in Tampa, but new bed for him. Maybe that's my guess. Tweaked it up in his sleep, but he said himself it's no biggie, and he'll be back on the mound Tuesday. Who's my Yankee to look out for this year? Cam Schlidler. It's gonna be fun to see this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ryan Weathers would be a secret weapon in the pen, a Swiss Army guy. Because you can use him to spot start in case you want to be careful with Cole and Rodon. Give it a little bit of a grace period depending on how they do in spring training. And then you can use him in the pen, and you can use him in different ways, and he'll be a weapon. And then I know that Yankees 2026 says Ryan Yarbrough had a crappy bullpen. Only negative I have seen. Well, bullpens are tricky because a bullpen session can be real bad, but the pitcher can be real good after, during the thing. So I'm really not taking too much away from a bad bullpen versus a good bullpen.
I think he's a guy that could be moved to the bullpen potentially.
Oh no, I see him as a bullpen guy. He's gonna be a bullpen guy, but he's more like gonna be like the swing man. In case, and a guy that you can use for a spot start or to piggyback in case the starter has a real bad outing.
You need him for the bullpen because you only have one other lefty. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You need more lefties in the bullpen. And I'm not too concerned over Yarbrough not looking good in his first bullpen. I mean, the dude hasn't really been no one's really been at their craft for like a little over a month now. So, give him a few more bullpens. He'll get back to it. I'm not too concerned about that with Yarbrough. But I do think, though, we need to keep him in the pen. I don't love him as a starter either way, but just to have a good reliever in the pen, especially another lefty. We need more lefties. It felt like Tim Hill's arm was going to fall off last year. Whenever we needed a lefty, we just threw him out there. So just, and that's why at the end of the season, he started to get a few cracks in his armor. First half, he was dominant. He was a great pitcher, but then down the road, he didn't look as sharp. That's because he was so overused. Now you're going to have Yarbrough, two really crafty lefties, and then you can even put can even put Weathers in if you want. I even saw today that it sounds like Carlos LaGrange is going to get a bullpen spot to start the year. He's a flamethrower, Carlos.
Yeah.
He's going to be such a big piece for this bullpen. Boone said he reminds him of Dylan Betances. I love that comp. So this is it's a good looking bullpen, honestly, and I'm not too concerned about Yarbrough. Bullpen is what's going to win you stuff. I feel like every year the Yankee bullpen starts off really good. Of course, last year minus Devin Williams, but then it just kind of all falls apart at the All-Star break, and we're always getting new bullpen arms because our old guys, they failed us. Weaver wasn't as expected last year, and the same, it just repeats itself. So for 1 year, I want the Yankees to just have a steady, good bullpen, which is a lot to ask for, but I'm hoping this year maybe we could get that to happen.
Yep, I absolutely agree. More lefties too, yeah. Hopefully we can get like Jake Bird to be a lot better this year, be a contributor, and some of the young guys too. That would be awesome. I can't always rely on the starting pitching, and the fact that we have pretty much a similar lineup. Not saying that it's a bad lineup, not saying that it's a bad thing, but you can't always rely on your starting or pitching to take you all the way through the game. I want to get your guys' thoughts too on Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones being at Yankee spring training. What are your thoughts on the competition between them, and do you think that Dominguez will start out in AAA?
I believe Dominguez will be in AAA, and I'm not against it if it means better development for him to get him better. I'm all for it. My only concern is if he goes down to AAA, will we never see Dominguez again? Will he eventually be traded off and we'll never see him again? And then he goes somewhere else and becomes a superstar. And I'm fine with that if it means we're picking up somebody big that's going to be a big impact for the team. But I have a feeling once he goes down there, I don't think we're going to see him come back unless there's like a freak injury or something serious during the season. That's my only concern because I do see potential in Dominguez. And I figure, and I know I'm going to get some hate for this, but if they were going to do that for Dominguez, how come they never did that for Volpe? And I'm not saying, in the previous season, I know he was injured, but, he's had struggles in the past. How come they didn't send him down there for development? Why does it always happen for Dominguez and not Volpe? But
there's a difference and only this difference. It's the fact that we have a loaded outfield with other guys that are major league ready. But in a shortstop pipeline, who are you going to replace Volpe with? And we didn't have a guy on the bench that was credible enough before we got the trade deadline. Before the July 31st trade deadline, were you going to trust Peraza with the bulk of shortstop duty? Were you going to trust Oswaldo Cabrera when you didn't have a third baseman? We just didn't have anybody, and then Lombard was not fully ready. Lombard is still not ready. So it's kind of like this problem where the Yankees have. They're barren in one area of the pipeline, but then they're log jammed in other areas.
That's a good point, and you definitely have a point with that. I don't know. I just want to see more consistent overall, just with how they treat the players and stuff. But
I'm with you. I'm tired of them yo-yo one guy, but then give the keys to the kingdom with the other guy.
Exactly.
So.
I mean, Grisham coming back was kind of the nail in the coffin for Dominguez. I mean, once that happened, we always had a good feeling that Bellinger was coming back, which I'm so on board with. But once Grisham came back, there's not a place for Dominguez. I'll say this. There is, I hate to say this as a Yankee fan, but there is a really good chance that Stanton will miss some time. I don't know how long, but we can always expect maybe about a month of no Stanton in this lineup. I mean, it sucks to say it as a Yankee fan, but we can kind of expect that now. So maybe Dominguez comes up, but this isn't Dominguez going down because he's not ready. It's just because there's no room for Jason Dominguez, which is why I'd say trade him, but that's obviously not going to happen. But I really like the kid. I like what he brings to the table. I think he's a good player, Jason Dominguez. But he's just in that little minor league purgatory that he's in. And same can be said for Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones is going to be a good MLB player. He's just not getting that call because of all these roadblocks. It's not really on the Yankees that much, more on the fact it's unlucky for Dominguez and Jones. Of course, you can argue it's on the Yankees for wasting them and not trading them. You know, I know it sucks for me as a Yankee fan. I wanted that young core of Dominguez and Volpe and Wells. I wanted them to succeed, but if they're all going to fail, just flash sale. And Dominguez, you could get value for. You could give value for Jason Dominguez 100%. I would have traded him for Corey Seager in a blink of an eye. I would have done that deal. Because, you know, the infield isn't great right now. I would have 100% taken Corey Seager for Dominguez. I would have looked into Joe Ryan. I would have looked into a lot of things because Dominguez is tradable. So is Jones. You could have picked either one or both of them, and you could have got a quality player. If they're both going to be in AAA, how are they affecting you at the big league level? What contributions are they making if they're in AAA? They're not making any contributions. Maybe for the Rail Riders, they're going to be, I keep saying this, the greatest AAA team of all time we're about to see take the field this year, gentlemen. The 2026 Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. They're going to be fantastic this season because everyone is down in the minors this year.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, with Dominguez, I love the guy. But, and hey, Joe, but I'm going to say this because I'm with there on Joe. I know he keeps bringing this point. With Jones and Dominguez, there's the possibility we get Fred McGriff. And what I mean by that is we trade them away before they're big star, and they become a big star and a big Yankee killer.
Yeah,
Why
I'm not
wouldn't
even.
you start
I'm
him?
not even going to get started on that. But guys, I came up for 1 minute. I have a programming note for an added guest that's coming on this week. I am totally excited about it, and I can't wait to interview this guest. From Nitin and his sports team, he has just booked a former Miami Marlins reporter and on-air reporter and current Florida Panthers host on TV for their games, Jess Blaylock, for a Friday show at 10:30 a.m. I am super excited for this interview, and everybody should be too. She's just like me. She's a firecracker, and it is going to be a lot of fun, everyone. This is an interview you can't afford to miss. We are going to rock. So I'm just letting you know, I am very, very excited for this interview. I can't wait. And we're both going to have coffee ready because we're going to be on fire for this interview. Remember, everyone, 10:30 in the morning, Friday, February 20th, we're going to have, and not only to say very pretty, Jess Blaylock, she will be here, and we are going to have a rock of a time, everyone. Don't miss this one. This is going to be a great interview. That's all. That's what I wanted to say. Guys, have a good one, and I'll be in the chat.
All right. Well, thank you. You heard it here first, guys. Jess Blaylock will be on the show on February 20th on Friday. Speaking of which, Friday, the Yankees have their first spring training game. It will be only on the Gotham Sports app. Yankees against the Orioles in the Orioles spring training complex. So you guys can tune into that as well. But yeah, be here for the interview with Jess Blaylock on Friday, February 20th.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you guys want to address what Jimmy here is saying or Yankees.
Oh, yeah, we're about to get to that right now.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I've actually looked into this on Ben Rice. I'm actually planning to make a pretty long form video about this. I've actually done a good amount of research on Ben Rice because I think this is perfect. I mean, he is the key to us being good, Ben Rice. So I really took a dive. I mean, we've seen Ben Rice last year. We know the kid crushes pitch baseballs. We know this guy is so raw and talent. We know he has what it takes to be a great MLB hitter, but just we've seen all this, and he did not have a bad year by any means last season, not at all. But I feel like we all know that there is more in the tank when it comes to Ben Rice. So I just took a look on it, and I actually did a pretty deep dive on Ben Rice. I used a lot of and before anyone starts talking about the analytics, these are not analytics the Yankees clubhouse uses. What I did look at though are Ben Rice's at bats, and sort of. And I wish my computer was working a little better. I could actually show you some of the graphs I had. But basically, whenever Ben Rice got into a 2-strike count, they would throw him off speed. And almost 70% of the time, no matter where it was, Rice would be swinging at that off-speed pitch. And really, he doesn't have great numbers against anything really off-speed. Doesn't do good against the curve. Can't handle the change that well. He's a dead red hitter, we call him. He's a fantastic fastball hitter. But what was even more interesting is I had there was a graph that I had on the Baseball Savant website I used, and it was how many off-speed and breaking ball pitches did Ben Rice see in 2-strike at-bats from the beginning to the end of the season. And that graph just skyrocketed pretty much maybe like around June. That means that pitchers found out about Ben Rice, about his weakness. He can't keep himself composed at 2 strikes when it comes to the off speed. So I think that's his biggest flaw. It's pitch recognition and it's plate discipline with 2 strikes. His average with 2 strikes, I don't have it off the top of my head, but it wasn't great. It was in the low 200s, maybe it was even in the 100s. So that's his biggest thing right there. And sure, I think Ben Rice even tried to counter this because you remember end of the season, the playoffs, first pitch, every time Rice was swinging. He was so aggressive on the first pitch. So what you compound that, it's just his pitch recognition that Ben Rice needs to get. He has the raw talent. This dude, whenever he makes contact, it's clobbered. But he just needs to put together more quality at bats, and he needs to lay off the off speed when he gets into a 2-strike count. He batted 255 last year. He was projected to be around 280. Think about that. I don't love the projections too much, but think about in today's game, a 280, 30-plus home run hitter, that's a fantastic player in today's game. I don't know how unrealistic that is either. I don't know if he'll hit 280, but I definitely think he's going to clear 265. He'll probably be in the 270s. I think he will get 30 homers. We're looking at a really, really good season out of Ben Rice for the Yankees. This is a really good year for number 22, and I think he's the catalyst. He is the real X factor. He only has a few minor adjustments to make, which I assume he'll do in Tampa. Because you remember last year, he made huge adjustments in spring training last year. Remember, guys, he was an afterthought almost last year. Even at opening day, we didn't expect to see a ton of Ben Rice, but he kind of forced his way into the lineup. You know, Paul G wasn't hitting that well after a month or so, and then Ben Rice became the everyday guy. Ben Rice got his way in there. With no Stanton, 2 at DH, Ben Rice was an everyday player. No one expected that a year ago today when we were just getting to spring training, even on opening day. No one expected Ben Rice to be an everyday guy, a quality hitter. He proved them all wrong, and he showed us what he can do at the big league level. So if he just cleans up the quality of his at-bats, you are looking at a really, really valuable player for this Yankee team, which is why I'm so excited to watch him play.
And before Johnny or Evan go, you got to remember his rookie year, which was last year, he made the top 100 list. I was like 95 or 96, I think it was, or whatever it was. But he made that list of the top 100, ranking the players in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a ghastly large improvement from when he was spelling Rizzo the year before. And when we brought him up and he hit that 3-homer game against Boston and then fell off the face of the earth, hitting wise.
Yep.
But then he came back and had a solid rookie year. And yeah, if he cuts down, but he's got two people on that in the clubhouse that can mentor him on two-strike approach. One's Cody Bellinger, and the other is Paul Goldschmidt.
Aaron Judge.
Well, Aaron Judge too, but Aaron Judge is like he's just a behemoth. He's a
god.
He's a unicorn. He's a god. He's a what do you call him? Big old titan. Yeah, he's a titan. In the game. So.
Oh yeah, no. Ben Rice is a guy that I thought has been incredible with his adjustments that he's made over the last couple of seasons. If you guys remember, in 2024, he did have some issues with the off speed. I believe it was the changeup breaking ball. But ever since then, he's been a lot better, working a lot of better at bats, staying in longer at bats too against some of the best pitchers in the game. Like George said, in this year's playoffs didn't go very well with his his batting averages and all that stuff against the off-speed pitches too. He looked very silly, but he's a young player and he still has time to progress and learn. But what was interesting too was how Jason Dominguez and Ben Rice, they kind of like, they're not compared, but they're almost similar in a way because they were both first thought of as like platoon, maybe backup guys. But then Dominguez goes in there. He hits 300 as a leadoff hitter for about a span of 5 games, I think, when we were on our winning streak. And then Jason Dominguez, Ben Rice, he goes in there. He does very well, and he stays in the lineup. He doesn't really get taken out of the lineup, only when he needs a day off, when Paul Goldschmidt is playing or the matchup calls for it. So I thought that was interesting, too, to think about a little bit as well, Ben Rice, Dominguez. But, yeah, we need to give these young guys a shot. I really think Dominguez, should be in the lineup, but unfortunately Grisham is back and on the team for us, which could be a good thing too if he's not our leadoff hitter. But we'll see what happens. And joining us now is
What's up?
Yeah, we got a party.
Hey.
Chef Nick, George, what's up, everyone in the chat? Good evening. Hey guys, first, my team and I booked Jess Blaylock for this show on this week coming up, and she's really excited for the interview. So, guys, you guys gonna enjoy her. I think Joe is gonna only do the interview. So, but stay tuned. A lot more things are coming. We're working on multiple things for this show, so stay tuned. Obviously, tomorrow we booked you guys Guy Reasons, 2-time Super Bowl champion from the Giants. And then Tuesday, we booked you guys Tommy Green from the Phillies. And then Wednesday, we booked you guys my work colleague from Nation's Best, Bria Frisbee. So a lot of things are happening. And, so stay tuned. And Jess is looking forward to the interview. But what's up, guys? This panel, full studded panel, star-studded panel. And, George, we just want to congrats to you for 100 career games called already in high school, and which is amazing. And keep it up, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Looks like Chef Nick's doing the sign language interpretation of what you just said over there in the corner.
There you go, Chef Nick.
Oh, man. You know what's beautiful? Yes, sign language is great for people that can't hear, but if you can't hear, just Joe ruined everything right now. No, Jorge, yeah, absolutely. Congratulations on everything. Thank you. That is beautiful, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All the best of the luck in the world. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Jess will be joining February 20th, Friday, February 20th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a good show, and like I said, she's really looking forward to it. And she's a former Miami Marlins host, but now she works for the Florida Panthers. So, but George, if you ever need an agent, I'm your guy. So
an agent?
Yeah, I'm an agent now too. So yeah.
I'm gonna need an agent.
But no, for like seriously, guys, this whoever's in the chat, man, broadcasting games is hard. But what George is doing at age 16, and it's unbelievable.
I don't even just do the broadcasting; I'm doing the production too. Yeah, production. I'm on the computer doing your score bug, your commercials. It's and I just did a week ago. I did everything. I had a bunch of last minute cancellations, so I was doing the camera, I was talking, and I was doing the computer all at the same time. But I really appreciate all the support, guys. It means a lot. It's a lot to do, but I love the support.
100 games in it's amazing, especially at your
Yep.
age in high school, and it's just truly it's amazing to see. And shout out to the company that you're working with. Mention the company's name. I forgot.
D1 Media Pro.
Yeah, there you go.
That's where it's at right there.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I know you guys are talking about the Yankees. A lot of things are happening. Spring training is back. The full team has reported. I can't wait. And obviously, we're going to lose Judge here pretty soon. All these players who's committed to the WBC, but it should be fun to watch the WBC. And guys, we're going to be calling the games here with the WBC with the one and only George. So stay tuned for that. I think USA has a good chance of winning, but there's a lot of great teams out there. So it's gonna be a great competition. So I'm looking forward to the WBC, and I'm also looking forward to seeing all the young players in the Yankees camp. Obviously, Carlos Legrand, he reached 102 miles per hour already, and Aaron Boone said he reminds him of Dylan Betances, so which is a good comparison. Obviously, I was with Dylan a couple last year, 2 years ago at Trent Thunder. He made an appearance at Trent Thunder. So Dylan is a great guy. So I like that. I kind of like that comparison of him and Down because I think Legrand could be a high leverage reliever that the Yankees need. So a lot of key storylines, and obviously I love the Montero signing. Montero, I think he's been a great pitcher over the years, and obviously you know what he did in the Astros World Series run in 22. So if he can get back to that, then we have another hidden gem in the pocket. So he could potentially be our 8th inning guy. So let's see, because I mean, there's still moves to be out there to be made, but right now I think everything is looking great so far at camp.
That's right. All right, here we go.
Yeah, and then
good to see everybody. I love to see everyone. It's a packed house. This is like the Brady Bunch, except it's us. I want to bring up Carlos Lagrange or Lagrange or Grunge Rock or
Right. He changes it every time when he wants to put a call.
I know, right? Amazing. I love it. I love to see the young guns at Yankee camp. I think it's amazing. What are your chances of him? I know it's going to be like probably 0 for 6, but what do you think about his chances of breaking Yankee camp with the roster?
Who?
Carlos Lagrange.
Oh, he has a good.
I think he has a good chance.
8-1. I'll give it 8-1 odds.
8-1. Okay. I'll give it an 85%. I think he has a great chance of making the roster. And you see the potential already. What he can do, 102 miles per hour. He has a lot of pitches that he can mix with. So if you have the young, if the Yankees can, if he has a good spring, then and see and if he can show what he can do with the arsenal he has.
Okay.
Oh my God! Then we'll have another secret weapon in the bullpen, and I think our bullpen is going to be much better than last year. We have so much depth this year in the bullpen, so we have a lot of good quality young arms and unknown arms that Matt Blake can fix. He's a genius, obviously. So
yeah, I was about to say, Nathan. You know what's funny about us having so many pitchers in regards to that? They all have control issues. And I think we brought up we ourselves. Everyone has control issues. I have control issues, of course.
Everybody has control issues.
Nathan has control issues. I do as well. Everyone. So you know what? Matt Blake can fix these people. I think with Rafael Montero, great pickup. Absolutely great pickup. And yeah, people are like, oh, but he has control issues. Well, yeah, sure. My ex-girlfriend had control issues. Yeah, everyone has control issues. Yeah, and very possessive and whatever. And I can say a lot more, but but I think this is great for the Yankees too, because they're bringing up a lot of people with like fireball pitchers, especially the pitcher that we got from Colorado for TJ Rumfield, Savali, who has an Italian name, but he's Dominican, I think. That's interesting. But yeah, I just think that but he has he's a flamethrower. But I think Matt Blake in that sense can fix these guys in the right in the right motion, like in the right path. So I love it. I love those.
Fernando Cruz had a 7 ERA before he came to the Yankees, and look
That's
how
right,
that
George.
turned out.
Yep.
He
Hey,
was not
and
great
then-
for Cincinnati.
Oh,
Good point, George.
Oh,
Good point.
also, don't forget Clay Holmes.
Yep.
Yep.
What's his name? Luke Weaver.
Yep.
All those guys with the Pirates at like north of 6.
Yeah.
Clay Holmes was like 9, and Luke Weaver was like north of 6. So,
and also Tim. Don't forget Tim Hill. No one knew about Tim Hill.
Yeah, no one knew.
Everybody knows. Everybody loves Tim Hill. He's a fan favorite, and I'm happy that he's back. That's a pitcher I wanted when we hit free agency this year or last year or this year after this season. I wanted him back, and we got him back. Tim Hill, he is
and then
out of the, especially on the left side, what he can do. No one is a luxury to have that type of guy. It's
right, and people forget Tyon hit a resurgence in his career with the Yankees.
Yes,
Jameson Tyon was about to be left out in pasture, and you know that stint when we got him in that trade, you know he resurged his career. Matt Blake did his magic. He came reliable again, and then guess what? He's having the time of his life over in Cubland in Wrigleyville. So,
absolutely,
you know, Matt Blake is a guru when it comes to pitching. And then also, you know, he got a shadow guy, you know, a guy in the shadows that's a legendary pitcher in Andrew Eugene Pettit.
Yeah.
Who should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year he'll get the Hall of Fame votes. But yeah, there's a lot of things. And then also you got the Olympics right now going on.
Yeah.
And you know, shout out
Snoop Dogg is having an amazing time over there. He's hosting the Olympics and everybody's having a great time there with Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's America's #1 fan, right?
Yep.
USS the sports ambassador. Snoop Dogg is everywhere. But yeah, no, and that has shout out to the athletes in the different events.
Yeah.
But you got men's hockey and women's hockey. Oh, women's hockey tomorrow at 3 p.m. They're going in the semifinal round against Sweden.
Yes.
One win from going for the gold medal match. And let's see if they pull it off. That's the women's. And then the men's, they secured a bye for next round, and they're gonna wait till the quarterfinal rounds, see whoever they match. But yeah, they whoop Germany in hockey 5-1, allowing the one goal late in the game. But hey, you know what? Shout out to these guys. Hopefully they can secure. We haven't won gold medal in men's hockey since 1980.
That's crazy.
And you know, everyone remembers that from Al Michaels' legendary call. Do you believe in miracles?
Yeah,
miracle game.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think this year they have a great chance of winning. Obviously, they won today to go to the I think it was the quarterfinals now. They beat today.
They beat Germany.
Yes,
so they're one of the 4 teams that got a bye.
Yeah.
And they're all waiting for the quarterfinals to see who they match with the other teams facing off.
Don't forget the Jamaican bobsled team. Cool running.
Oh yes, cool running.
Cool running. That's my favorite.
Jamaica has a bobsled team.
Cool running. Let's go. I love that movie. I watched the movie 100 times.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's a classic. I love it.
Twister, Cool Runnings,
John Candy.
Remember the Titans, Beetlejuice. I mean, and then you could even put Home Alone. I could watch all those and a lot of others. I could just watch them. Any Tombstone. You could just watch those on repeat, all those, and just rewind. You know, well, we don't have VHS tapes anymore, but you know.
Yeah, too bad.
You could just hit the rewind button. But hey, they don't make movies like they used to.
No, they don't, because today's movies suck.
Oh, guys, a big shout out to Maria Venuto. We met her for the first. Evan, I, and his brother Jason met Maria for the first time, and Angelo and her husband. So shout out to Maria. She's currently on a cruise now, which is amazing. They travel everywhere. Like no matter where, they're somewhere else and every day. So big shout out to them. Maria's an amazing woman, amazing singer. The whole family was nice on Friday, and it was great to meet them. Enjoy your cruise, Maria. You deserve it with all the hard work you guys been doing. And obviously, Chef Nick knows her really well. So, guys, enjoy the cruise. Glad that you're a big part of this show, and obviously, looking forward to doing more things with you guys.
Yeah,
that was incredible. Really.
And then no, you guys must have had the time of your life, on Friday night.
Oh my God, you should see my truck was full of So on the way back, so Chef Nick was
Let's go!
Yes!
Oh no!
Let's go!
Let's go! I can't say. I'm like drowning right over here. Like I'm drowning in this comment. I'm drowning in your comment, Joe. Do you want to get removed?
That bar. Where are you?
I can't. I'm like I need a lifeguard here.
You can play hide and seek if you duck down.
Yeah, right. Joe, is there a lifeguard that can save me from your own comment that's blocking my face?
Baywatch style.
Yeah. Pamela Anderson, where you at?
There you go. That's
Where's
right.
Carmen Electra when you need her?
Hey,
I know, right?
Saved. Yes, love it.
But no, I mean, Maria and her family, they get the vacation.
Oh yeah, they
on a
deserve
cruise,
it.
well
Yeah.
deserved. Shout out to them, and Joe showed me that video and that he took, and everybody had a good time. You also had,
Well, we went on live. We went on live with everyone, and we wanted to show what kind of a close-knit group we are. It's like we've known each other all our lives. It was the only thing missing was Johnny Salami and Sean. That's got to change. That's definitely going to, and George, of course. That's all got to change, baby. With the Yankee season coming up, you guys have got to come and have some fun, and especially if we play this baseball game or softball game, whatever you want to call it, and get together for some really great times, which you all deserve for everything you guys have done. And we can pick out everything one by one, but I want to say, everyone, don't please honor the show Wednesday night at 7:30 with Sean and Charles. If you love the New York Yankees and you really want to know the bits and pieces of this team, that's the place to go. It's the opening show of Yankee history. You can't miss that. Absolutely not. Also, getting on to Chef Nick, Caterina Michio, and Maria Venuto, what they've done with the entertainment show, the cooking show, the singing, the everything has just been amazing. People are still watching the Valentine's show, so thank you for that, everyone. Keep it coming, keep it going. The more you subscribe, the more that you press that like button, the more we can do. And remember, we've got all the Yankee games right here on NY Yankee Mania. And, of course, the Yankees, The Ugly Truth with Ken. We are combining both channels, simulcasting New York Yankee games this year. Also, George has an announcement for the WBC. George, take it away.
Take it away, baby.
Yes.
There we go.
Bringing you guys some WBC play-by-play. Definitely one of my favorite sporting events here. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. I got my Team USA hat on, rocking the red, white, and blue here. It's going to be a fun one. First game versus Brazil. Date I don't have on the top of my head right now. 28th, maybe, I want to say.
No, March 6th. March 6th or 7th.
March 6th, it's something. It's a Friday. I know that, which should be fun. And, yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. So I'm really excited for that.
Yes.
It is.
Yes. Thank
March
you for
6th at 8 p.m.
gracing us to do that.
George,
Yes.
March 6th to 8 p.m. Eastern.
Perfect.
Awesome. Very good, George.
But
Very
yeah,
good.
We are definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. And I guess it's against Brazil, right? We're opening up against Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil.
And is that in Puerto Rico where they're playing it, or
probably Miami?
Or Miami?
No, I think it's Miami.
It is Miami.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So I know some
And,
games are being played over on the Far East somewhere, and then they have different.
Tokyo Dome.
And also, let's not forget, everyone. Last Sunday, obviously, we didn't come on with the show because we had the Super Bowl, and we never. And Evan had a very, very big week this week, so we never really had a chance to really say thank you. It was one of the most viewed shows that we've had here on Mania, and we can't thank Evan enough. He gets a lot of kudos and love from us, you, the chat, and we really, really appreciate the hard work. How he did that. It was a slow moving game, but he made it exciting. He kept everybody going. The chat was there the whole time, and a lot more than I didn't even know until we found out that what was going on afterwards. So shout out to Evan, everyone. That is not an easy thing. What Evan is doing, what George is doing, what Ken is doing, and in a little way what we're doing. Chef Nick is also gonna make a debut with calling a game also, and everybody's gonna have a chance here. Everybody, that's what it's all about, baby. It's all about giving it a try and being a family, and honoring your whatever you like to do. If you have a passion, go for it. Don't wait up. Go for it. Look what it's getting you. Look at George. Look at Evan. Look at Nitin. Look at Chef Nick, what he's been doing.
Look at them.
And Johnny Salami is very, very quiet, but he is, I can't tell you how important he is to our show. He's very, very, very underrated, and he will show a lot more to everybody. But I've got to tell you, the hard work that he puts in, you may only see him on the weekends. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop. Sean Browning, I can't talk enough about, because he's Johnny on the spot. He's everything. And the list goes on and on. To Ken, that has agreed to partner up with us to do these Yankee games, to say the least. And then last but not least, people like Maria and Katerina, what they've done for us. Amani Snyder, I can't thank them enough. And it only proved what we saw this weekend, where the heights we can take this, because we have a lot more surprises for you people. Yep. Hang in there. And last, and then I'll get off. We, as of tomorrow, we're going to lower our membership. Our membership to get a membership here. You've wanted it. I heard it. You got it. It's going to be $1.99 or $2.99. We will come back with that. I'm pushing for $1.99 from $3.99, so everybody could afford it. You ask for it, you're going to get it. I'm just making it easy so that nobody loses money on the membership you have right now. Because if I cancel it now, I don't know what's going to happen with the. I know it's not a lot of money, but hey, $2 here, $3 there. So we got to try. We're going to try to do it where everybody's membership finishes like almost the same. So all you have to do is redo it at $1.99. So stay tuned. I hope to have the big announcement with that tomorrow night. That's it. Guys, take it away. You have some more time to the show. We love you. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning. But stay with these unbelievable hosts. Thank you. Thank you for.
So tomorrow at 10. Who's joining tomorrow's show with Gary Reasons at 10:30?
I am.
Unfortunately, I can't.
Yeah, I can't either. Yeah.
Be on the road, fortunately.
I wish
I can.
Yeah, I'm on the road.
Okay,
on the road again? No, I'm there. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'll be joining. I'll do the thing again. So I guess it'll be me and Sean.
Yeah. But no, we're looking forward to it. And I want to say before we get on, I want to say 3 cheers for Evan for the Super Bowl, but also 3 cheers for Nathan and his team, because you guys bring us time and time again, elite Hall of Fame people. And whether they're in the Hall of Fame or not, they're still Hall of Famers because they're awesome character guys and girls. And it's awesome guest after guest after guest. And I'm going to repeat it to the infinity power, whatever sign that is in math. But so let's give them 3 cheers for Nathan and his team. We're rock stars, and also for Evan for not only knocking out that Super Bowl, which was tight in the first half, and took off in the second half.
Right.
So hip hip.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. No, big thank you to you guys too. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, of course. Just starting out, learning, doing the play-by-plays, it kind of feels kind of like a natural thing, which is great.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for the support. Appreciate it.
Or like what the late Coach John Bean would say, "Give me 2 claps." So
Yeah.
I want to honor him too because he had a
Right.
big impact on my life too. So
No, John Beam was an excellent coach. Never sought the spotlight either, but he coached great. Is a life mentor. And you know you don't have a lot of coaches like that left in the game today. You know, like the Bobby Bowdens, the John Beans, the John Maddens, the list goes on.
Yeah, and one quick thing that I want to mention, he had a big impact on different athletes too in different sports, not only football. He had a close relationship with Damian Lillard, the Trailblazers. By the way, he's recovering from an injury and he still won the 3-point contest today.
That was
So shout out to Damian Lillard. This guy, that guy is so. He's something special. That's why I want him to win a ring before he ends his career. So I mean, this guy recovering from a Achilles injury and then shooting the lights out and beat Devin Booker. That was insane.
Yeah, and then and also on the NBA, we found out that Chris Paul announced that he's retiring after 21 seasons in the NBA.
Yeah, that too. Crazy, right?
Yeah, and wish he would have got a ring too because that guy played his heart out. He was a fighter. Damian Lillard's a fighter too, and so you know, a heart of a warrior. You can't douse that, man.
Oh yeah, that was incredible. I mean, on a torn Achilles, recovering, and the first year that he's back with Portland, and he goes out and wins a 3-point contest. Wow.
Yeah, was he doing the Yoda leap limp going into the competition and then just balling it?
Yeah.
Yep. Speaking of the Knicks, how do you guys like the new signing from the Spurs that they got?
Oh, I love it.
Nice, right?
I think he's a good depth signing, and he is a guy that can spread the floor. He's a wing guy. He didn't really get too many chances with the Spurs because the Spurs are loaded. But now with the Knicks, maybe he'll get more playing time. This is a guy. He's still young. He's still developing. I think so. I think it's a good piece to bring him in and see what he can do. Another, like I said, the Knicks. I already said this. Improve the bench. Do not trade anyone significant. So they did that. They got Jose Alvarado, who I love, and then now they get a guy from the Spurs, which could be a big help for the Knicks. So I think right now, as we sit, I think their bench has improved a lot. And now when Deuce McBride comes back, it's going to improve even more better. So give up McBride. So I think the Knicks are sitting in a great position now with a lot of great depth. And knowing Mike Brown, he'll play all of them, no matter what.
Yeah.
Play all of them. And the Knicks, don't worry about the Knicks guys. I think they'll be fine. And I think we're going to save all this for the NBA show, but this is just like the Knicks. They have a great shot to win the championship this year. It's open field this year, in my opinion. Anybody can win the championship this year.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Right.
They have a big shot.
Sorry, guys.
And
just to answer Cruz's question, it was Jeremy Sochan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
But yeah, so it's amazing. Everything. And then I watched part of the All-Star game, and I was like, what? Because the first game ended up going into overtime with that first to 5 and that ridiculous play to seal it for Team USA. And I was like, hey, You know, it's cool and it's good. But yeah, the NBA, I think we're gonna have a wild second half, both in both conferences. So they're
All-Star
on.
break is now over. All-Star break is now over. They just finished the All-Star game, so now it's time for the second half, and the Knicks have to stay locked in now. So
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right,
That's
it's
it.
very close right now in the
but
East.
so you
but
know,
we'll
would
save,
like to,
we'll save all this for the NBA show
Yeah.
yeah,
because we got a lot to talk about on that show on Friday.
right. Well, what do you? Let me put it this way. What do you guys want to see coming out of spring training or during spring training? That as far as the Yankees, what do y'all want to see?
Fundamentals.
Yes, that's the biggest thing, man. That's you hit the nail on the head. That's
Mhm.
we need that. I don't want to see fundamentals in the middle of July. Okay, now
Yeah.
let's worry about making the smart plays and stuff. That's what spring training is for. Make it happen. Because listen, if we're gonna do anything, we gotta be smart. All right, that's smart baseball. That's contact plays. That's making good plays in the infield and the outfield. Don't do this stupid stuff that's going to cost us games because we've seen too many of that, and I'm tired of that. I don't want to see that in 2026. Okay, let's be smart about baseball in 2026, and we might actually have a chance.
Right, knowing from last year, knowing how close the division race was, every little play counts, every little error counts, and every base running mistake counts. So they have to do a lot better in those areas. But I do think that Dan Fiorito, our new first base coach, is doing a good job of pretty much organizing practices, and the pitchers are actually working on pickoff moves. They're working on stolen bases with the catchers. The catchers coach is doing a good job of working with everyone. So I think the team should be a lot better fundamentally.
Yeah, my two things I already said it in the previous streams is defense. For me, is defense for the Yankees. They need to improve on the defense. I think they did that by signing Schumann. He's a defensive wizard. They would definitely improve their defense, but they just have to work on it more during spring training. And the other thing is more contact hitting, like Johnny said, and I mentioned it in the previous stream. They need to learn. They need to figure out ways how to create different ways to score runs, and not only the home runs. Try and get runners to second and third, or get runners in more easily to score. And you see other teams like the Rays do it, Red Sox, Dodgers. If the Yankees can do that and cut down on the strikeouts, then they'll be fine. And like I said, I bring the Stanton. I brought up Stanton's name because I think he can be really good this year, even more if he cuts down on the strikeouts. If he does, then he'll be fine, I think. And obviously, you're going to see some strikeouts with Judge and with Stanton, but if he can cut down on the strikeouts a little bit more and be more of a contact hitter, not only rely on the home runs, but get doubles, singles, and driving more runs, I think you see Stanton a better all-around hitter, in my opinion. He just has to cut down on the strikeouts, and the Yankees have to do a better job of that. And you see teams like the Dodgers and their lineup. The less strikeouts they have, the more success you have. So that's one thing, more contact hitting, and I think the depth for the Yankees bench, I think it has improved. But there's still more moves to be made. Hopefully the Yankees make more moves if the right deal comes about. But right now, I'm just worried about the defense and contact hitting.
Yeah, I talked about this I believe on Thursday's stream when we were on too. Like it's like with Jazz Chisholm, I want Jazz to do good. I want him to be a team first type of player. I don't know how realistic that is, knowing how he is. And that's fine. You know what? If he's the type of player that you can't change to be like, oh, you know what, just be this type of consistent situational hitter where you hit line drives and you hit sacrifice flies to drive in a run. I don't know how he feels about that. He almost seems like bothered, like it's just algebra for him. But I like Jazz Chisholm. I do like him a lot. I hope he does well. I hope he's a 30-30 guy. Dude, I hope he's like a 50-50 guy. If just putting it out there. It's like, I know it's unrealistic, but I don't want him being this type of person. It's like, I'm going for the MVP, but we want to win a World Series. It's not really a good team chemistry type of thing. It's like oil and water. It's almost like oil and vinegar without shaking. It's like, you're a lot of 5 degrees of separation right there, where it's like you want to have your own best interest, but then at the same time, you want your team to do good. I think maybe he should have kept that silent when he talked to Meredith. But with Jazz, I think he just needs to shut up and play baseball. I think just everything else personal, everything off the field should be kept quiet. There's no reason to put your personal life on the field. And even if you make mistakes, own your mistakes. Don't pretend like you're yawning. Don't pretend like you don't know what happened. You messed up, my friend. If you made an error, you messed up on the field, So that's one thing that Jazz, I think, should really just take notice, is the fact if he's going to hit home runs, sure, if it's a no-doubter home run, you can pimp all the home runs that you want and walk, from first to home. That's fine. But at the end of the day, if you have someone on third and you have someone on first and you have a situation on the base pass where you're going to hit a double to get the runner home, do that. Don't go for the home run. I think Big G is the only one that has the only situational hitting with hitting a home run, because this guy, by the end of his life, he's going to have no legs. So I think he's the only one that can just hit a home run. Pretty much. You're gonna see Big G. That's it. That's all you're good for until your contract is up. And then we'll take on Bobby Mania's contract after you're done. No,
you're going to see him using the bat as a cane.
Yeah, I know. But look, he still has some things left in the tank. It's almost like he's at the end of his ropes with that. He can run. He's never going to play the outfield. That's fine. So he has to pretty much accept what role he has on the Yankees. And I think everything goes for pretty much except Jazz. I don't want to feel like I'm calling him out, but even with Paul Goldschmidt, I do like that signing. That's great. But also I really hope he knows what his role is, and it's just pretty much to come off the bench, be a veteran, have that veteran leadership, and then just pretty much guide these guys to the right way. So there is a lot of holes in the offense still. It is shaky, and the reason why I say that is because it's always have that double-edged sword where people we're running it back. That's always the hot topic too. That's fine. Like I said, you guys can always say that. You'll always have every right to say what you feel in regards to running it back. I will never ever disagree with you. When the Yankees have the same record, when they have the same offensive or defensive, stats at the end of the year for 2026, and if everything happens to be deja vu, then it's running it back. But as of now, it's a clean slate. You don't know what's going to happen. So for this spring training too, it is interesting how they're trying to push their catching depth, especially their Rule 5 draft pickup, Abraham Gutierrez, ahead of JC Escara. I'm not hearing any noise about JC. I'm hearing more about this guy, which is interesting too. Might be they just need a righty bat. I don't know, but this guy's defensive first. But I do like what's happening right now, where it's there's a lot of holes to be filled with the non-roster invites. Look, this is what they did all during their offseason. So I mean, I don't want to say it's going to be a dog fight. It's more like a poodle fight with pretty much everyone that hasn't been playing ball for 3 years. Have been out of the action. But as of now, this is the product that we have, and it's up to us to like it, love it, or just let it go, or be pissed at it, be sad at it, anxious, whatever. But this is what we got, man. So we'll see what happens. Famous last words.
All right, George.
Speaking of JC Escara, did you guys see the tattoo he has now?
Yep.
No.
So he has a tattoo on his arm, going back to his first career start when he was catching. It's kind of cool, actually. Let me see if I can bring it up here. But George, what are your thoughts so far
On what?
the Yankees?
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, there's nothing really major. I mean, the only major move they could have done was really Bichette, something like that. But in terms of running it back, I mean, we'll see what happens in terms of the offense. I mean, they're all good players on this team. They're just not fit for each other. I don't think. Grisham's a fine player. He's not fit for the Yankees. McMahon's a good little player. He's not fit for the Yankees. all these guys are good on different teams, but they're just you put them all together in one squad, it just doesn't make for the most harmonious team, which is my only concern. These are all fine players, but I just don't think that that they're going to do a ton. I
Right.
do think that in the playoffs, regular season, sure, fine, but I mean, do we really want more regular season domination, or do we want some postseason success now?
Yeah. I mean, but what do you expect them as a team? Because I mean, we can't change what Cashman acquired or what Cashman brought, as far as our roster, right? But what do you expect coming out of camp? Do you want to see what do you want to see of the Yankees change, improve, or what's a couple areas that you want to see when they're coming out of camp that more and during spring training while we see what we got?
I think Nick hit it pretty good with fundamentals. I also want to see just more quality ABs, not just with Ben Rice, just with everyone.
Yeah.
I want to see them grind out opposing pitchers. I want to see a lot of pitches per at bats with the Yankees. Can't just be 3 pitch at bats. We got to work them down a little more. Less sloppy defense too. I want to see. I want to see better defensive game. Maybe even working a little bunting, a little small ball, which is a lot to ask for, but definitely. I want to see more stolen bases this year with the Yankees. We got some guys who could run a little bit. It's not just Jazz who's got some feet under his legs. I want to see some more stolen bases too. Just things that could put us apart from what we did poorly last year.
Yeah, good point, Joe.
Right.
Very good.
Yeah, and I agree with y'all. But also, what I want to see too is, their impact on situational hitting, but also how they changed their all around across the board. They changed their 2-strike approach. I want to see them foul off more play, work the counts. I want to see a minimum of 7 pitch at bats, 6-7 pitches at bats.
Yes.
Every at bat, grind. I want to see them do that more. Grind the opposing pitcher down. Grind the bullpen down. We didn't do a lot of that in Yankee. We did it here and there in spots, but that's what the Yankees usually used to do a whole lot. But now we can do that, and I believe it. If Jazz Chisholm is a gap-to-gap hitter, he'll be an X factor, a lethal weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Even let's work on 20 pitch at bats or 30 pitch at bats, maybe, if that's possible.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Can you guys see this clearly?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
This
you.
is Kyra's new tattoo.
Oh wow!
Looks like
Yeah.
a lobster. Is that a lobster?
I think I saw that picture. I just.
It's his first career start at catcher for the Yankees.
So
Oh,
not
wow.
a lobster.
Yeah, it looks like a lobster.
Wow, that must have been a giant lobster, though.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. But no, I mean JC Escar is a great guy.
Oh, what a story, man! He obviously George and I have done a couple events with him, and he's a great person. And I hope for him for the best. But I think if the Yankees make a signing with the catcher or do something, I think he might be the odd man out, which is hard to say because ever since he's been here, he's been a great guy in the clubhouse. Everybody loves him, and obviously when we do events with him, he's awesome. And I just hope for the best for him. Hopefully, it's with the Yankees. If not, maybe another team, or in the minors. We don't know. So depending what the Yankees do at the catching position.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't mind that. I don't look like being good clubhouse guys. That's fine. I'm glad. That's almost like a big part of the team chemistry. But you have to perform at the end of the day on the field. But if JC Escar isn't performing too, and if he's not doing his due diligence as a backup catcher, then yeah, I mean, look, sorry, not sorry. It's business, not pleasure. Take care, brush your hair. Love, peace, and hair grease. Take care. But they did that with a lot of multiple catchers too, whether trades or just release or just not give them a chance as well. I just think right now, yeah, it's putting Jazz. I don't want to single out Jazz Chisholm aside, but there's a lot of other things that they need to focus on too in regards to that. From from like leadoff to pretty much just to their bench. And look, I also mentioned Boone too. I just want everyone to have that in their heads too. Boone is it's coming on his ninth season as a Yankee manager, so he's not going to change. He's always the same person. If you're expecting this guy to be this sort of drill sergeant that's going to come on and just sort of stomp the Yankees and put a fire under them in a sort of way, it's not going to happen. Because we're always like every press conference I'm like, can you like at least say something, say a curse word or say something that's just like sort of lights a fire on these guys to keep them going. And it really doesn't. For me it's like he could say like poop and that's it. Like it's doesn't do much.
Right in front of us.
Yeah, right in front of us. And but even with that too, it's like I hope like just for us, just for us fans, just give us a little bit of nostalgia from like the Joe Torre era. I know you can't; it's really hard to do that, but just show something, And it's like it's even with press conferences too. It's really hard to watch. It's like it's the same nonsense. It's the same nonsense, and that's all you're going to see. So I just want everyone to be prepared that it's not going to change. Nothing is going to change. He's always going to be the same type of person. And that's it. And that's it. So even with Judge being a captain, great. I love him being captain, but I would love for him to show something as well in regards to that. It's a little soft. And I spent maybe at least 15 minutes, whether it was, I forgot when, Friday morning or Thursday, just saying, dissecting the Yankees, how soft they are. And I just think, and I'm not looking for them to fight every game. That's not about that. It's just show some attitude in regards to other teams and how you play your game. Because right now, other teams are looking to beat us and to kill us and to just stomp on us. And that's not the right look. Because if people say, oh, we're a third, fourth place team, well, look, if there's other teams that are trying to make themselves better and then dance around us, it's going to happen. So we have to be prepared. The Yankees need to be prepared in that aspect too, in every way. Of course, with offense and defense and fundamentals and situational hitting and, putting analytics aside and stats aside as well, it's just pretty much just common sense. With pitching too, look, I have my hands trusted in Matt Blake too. I think he's going to do great in every way, but that could be an issue too. Who knows? So I just think right now they need to step it up a little bit in terms of mental toughness, physical toughness, and emotional toughness too, because you don't want the dog days of summer that's been happening 5 consecutive years or more, to happen from April. You want to do good every month, and you want to have that consistency. So it's almost like even with the dog days of summer, it's like even that too. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess like that's us. We have to get used to it. No, you can change that. You don't have to get used to that. No. You can change that. Just in fact, you can change anything that's going wrong right now and has been last season. So that's a part of learning your mistakes. But we pointed that out all season long last year. So there's a lot more to go with that.
Yeah, no, great point, Chef Nick. You said everything right, and also for the Yankees, in order to have a big season, they got to be consistent. They cannot keep having ups and downs every month. Like last year, they had 1 month they'd be good, and then next month they go have bad games. So they got to be consistent this year as a team, and if they do that, then they'll be fine. They'll be a great team in the league. And I'm not saying they don't have to win 113 games. I'm just saying just be consistent and try to be healthy. Like Ryan Weathers is a big question, man. And if he stays healthy, he has electric stuff. And you've seen it today during his bullpen session. He threw over 98 miles per hour. So he has a great arm. So the problem with him is injury issues. So we got to keep the players healthy. And I'll give you another Boone saying it's we're turning the corner. That's another thing he says usually, turning the corner. So, they had to be consistent. They cannot be up and down season is not going to do it for us. I think in order to be the top team mentioned, they got to be consistent, and like I said, be healthy. And I'll give you a funny thing. So going back to Chaz Chisholm, our host Arrow from the Job in the Mouse, so he calls him instead of Chisholm. He, you already know the rest. I'm not gonna say on here.
Yeah.
But
What do you say? What does he say?
I can't say live. But I'll tell you off
air. It's not family friendly.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. If we were on TV, it would be.
Yeah.
I guess we can wrap it up soon. But any final thoughts? Well, let's go around the panel. Any final thoughts? And guys, shout out to the chat. You guys have been great. Obviously, keep supporting, subscribing, liking. But we'll go around the panel. Who wants to go? I guess we'll start with George. Let's start with George. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts really with the Yankees. We're getting close to spring training. I mean, it's this Friday. We got game 1. I'm looking forward to some of these new guys, Ryan Weathers. I'm looking forward to seeing these prospects play. Another guy too, Dax Kirby. He's a shortstop. He's behind George Lombard Jr. He's someone to really keep an eye on as well, Dax Kirby. But I'm interested to see Lombard again. Obviously, last year he crushed it at the spring training level, Lombard. If he could do that again, that's obviously a huge step in the right direction. This guy, you could play him at third, short, second. So he's so versatile, which is why I think he's crucial for the Yankees' future. I don't think this season we see him call it up, but I think definitely next year is going to be his timetable, and he's going to make a young core with Schlittler and maybe Elmer Rodriguez Cruz when he comes up, and LaGrange. The Yankees are building something. The only question is, can they keep this intact?
Yeah.
Can they not screw it up? I feel like we keep having these young cores. I mean, recently we had Volpe and Dominguez, Wells, who were supposed to headline this young core. Before that, we had Devi Garcia. We had the Baby Bombers with Gary Sanchez and Torres and Andujar. I just don't want the Yankees to just screw up another batch of young prospects, as I do see a lot of talent in this one, and it's headlined by Schlittler, by Lombard, by Elmer Rodriguez Cruz. This is such great talent. I just hope the Yankees don't screw it up, and we really could have, not this year, but like a year or two from now, a really good squad of guys. And spring training is where you get that first glimpse of these players.
What do you think about Ben Hess?
Ben Hess, I think he's all right. I don't think he's a needle mover, really. I think he definitely gets traded for some relief pitcher. Probably some relief pitcher you've never heard of. He gets traded for it, to be honest with you.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't buy too much into the Ben Hess hype. My two guys are Elmer Rodriguez Cruz and Carlos LaGrange. Those are my two needle mover pitchers. That's why I kind of was like, even with Freddie Peralta mock trades, kinds of like, I don't know if I want to trade them for Peralta because of how much promise I see in them, and obviously the Yankees do too. But Ben Hess, I just don't see him falling into the puzzle. I think maybe I mean, this is the year for Ben Hess. If he doesn't get any MLB time this season, he's definitely going to get traded somewhere. Probably moved at the deadline, to be honest. He's just got two guys ahead of him. And then keep in mind, I mean, we also have Cole and Rodon coming back. There's going to be like 7 or 8 guys just ahead of Ben Hess, and he's not going to be a bullpen piece. Cashman just finds diamonds in the rough to fill his bullpen spots. That's nothing bad. He does a very good job of finding relievers we've never heard of. Fernando Cruz is one of them. And then he buys the big relievers and David Bednar and Camilo Duvall. What I'm trying to say is the Yankees don't really ever have homegrown bullpen arms, and I just don't see Ben Hess breaking the mold when it comes to that.
It's very true.
Yep.
Very true, George.
Great points. That's great. Awesome points. And well said, George.
Thank you.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm going to stay positive still. With spring training, things do look good. There's still a couple areas of concern, but, if they address those, like with hitting, being smart with fundamentals, I feel like we can have a good season in 2026. So we can all hope that, that's something they work on and not in, the middle of the season like they did last year. Biggest player I'm looking forward to, will be Ben Rice. I hope Ben Rice, breaks out this season and, does well because I know he has it. I know earlier George hit the nail on the head and explained, the things about Ben Rice. That's who I'm most excited for. And every time he comes up the bat, I'm going to say, let Rice cook because that's what we need. But yeah, that's it. I'll keep it short and sweet. That's about it right now. Let's see how things develop for spring training. And exactly, Nathan. Exactly, Sean. I'll keep it short and sweet. Let's see how things develop as, spring training progresses. And I hope things get better news. I hope we hear more from Cole and Roldan, about their timeline coming back, because that's going to be huge for us if they could come back and be well and healthy. But let's go Yankees. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. We have big things coming up here at YankeeMania.
Well said. Well said, Johnny. Who wants to go, Evan?
I'll go next. Yeah. That was definitely a great conversation. I agree with a lot of the things that you guys were saying. With Aaron Boone, too, yeah, we know he's not going to change a lot this year. He could be the same guy. He might, maybe he'll change his attitude a little bit if things aren't going well. At least that's what we hope he does. And really what he can control is the lineup. Hopefully he can have a more efficient say when it comes to who's starting, the defensive replacements, the matchups, stuff like that, because we can't just rely on the front office making all those decisions. He's the one that sees the players every day and talks to them and interacts with them. So that's going to be important. And looking forward to seeing how the young guys play during spring training, all the pitchers, even a guy like George Lombard, too, who could be in the mix. Dax Kilby, who we drafted last year, seeing how he progresses. So I'm very excited to see what happens during this year's spring training. Excited for Yankees baseball to finally come back this Friday against the Orioles. And then on Saturday, we'll have the game right here with Ken from Yankees Ugly Truth and with Joe as well. So thank you guys. Thank you for the subscribers, all the new subscribers here, for the views, for the likes, for the shares, the reposts, everything. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.
Well said. Great job. Great point. Sean?
Well, hey, I mean, you guys have made great points so far. I'm going to keep it short and simple. We got good news so far. Let's keep the good vibes going. Yankees need to work on the fundamental things, the small things that end up killing, spoiling the wrath or whatever you want to call it, spoiling the vine. But hey, I'm going to tell you all this. Acknowledge him.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, guys, we got a lot of great shows Wednesday night. Wednesday night at 7:30 for the inaugural History of the New York Yankees.
Yep.
With myself and Charles, the man, with the plan. We're gonna start it off from the beginning. We're gonna break it all down for y'all. We're gonna have a wild time. Come along with us, and we're all gonna have a wild time. And guess what? Baseball fever.
Yeah, let's go, Sean. Let's go. Woo. Great points. Jason.
Hey.
Jason.
Hey.
Let's go.
There he is.
Welcome.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, my man?
So now, Chef Nick, you want to go?
Yeah. Oh man. So I'm not gonna talk for 2 hours. I think I talked enough all weekend, especially Friday night. So yeah. So we just to point out too, like I'm really excited about this spring training. Definitely want to see what's gonna come about with this. So look, if you guys have expectations that are unrealistic, well, all you got to do is play MLB The Show on PS5, and I think everything will work out better for you there. But in terms of right now with the Yankees, that you're going to see a mix of everything, and I hope it's in the right way. So, we shall see, and you shall see. So we'll pick it up, man. Once they have this first spring training game, it's not really nothing to dissect in a major factor. You can pretty much say what's good and their bad spots. Not like, okay, this person sucks or this person's not going to do good all season. It's obviously the first spring training game. So, but I really think that in terms of all their non-roster invites, and good point by George as well too, saying like Cashman finding like all the diamond in the rough type of players. They don't really rely on their homegrown players for the bullpen or or even like, just backstops and stuff like that. Certain areas, not all the time. But I think right now with any non-roster invites that they have, players that have been out of, for 3 years, or players that have been in any other, different leagues for about 5 years, and now they just recently signed with the Yankees too.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be interesting seeing like the next man up mentality. I just feel like somehow these lightning in a bottle type of players, these diamond in a rough type of players, it only lasts for about a few years, 3 years pushing, and then there's always that next man up type of way. And I'll give you an example, like Ian Hamilton. Ian Hamilton, great pitcher, great pickup. He did great for the Yankees, but he broke down and he no longer existed. Now they're using him for like wax for a candle or something like that. I don't know, but I think he's with the Braves. Is he with the Braves or something?
So I have to double check. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he signed a minor league deal with the Braves, if I'm not
so he
mistaken.
is with the Braves. So it's like, look, it's up to them. We give them a chance, and this is what Cashman is pretty much good at. That's his forte, is pretty much dumpster diving and getting what he gets. And Matt Blake, he fixes them short term. So it's all short term. So look, he did his thing, but he just broke down. That was it. It's just like an old car engine. But it's funny though. It's like you see it and then you're like, oh wow, he's gonna be there forever. But obviously that's not the case. But so I definitely want even the first game, I'm always going to pretty much just see how everything plays out. They'll probably put like everyone like on the field for about like maybe like their older starters, like the whole, the usual suspects for about, I would say 4 innings, and then they'll just, just get the rust out of them. But I definitely want to see because there is a lot of holes in the bullpen, like a lot of openings in the bullpen too, for them to fill. Even like I'm looking out for the backstop for catcher, because that's going to be interesting as well too. It just seems like everyone's going to compete for that spot. So, and even with the outfield too. Who knows? I would love to see Spencer Jones there, but how realistic is that too? Knowing the Yankees too, it's like I'd rather them play like Spencer Jones. I'd rather him play every day. Knowing them, they'll probably put Seth Brown in front of Jones, and then but then he'll like be with Dominguez in the minor leagues playing every day. It'll be like an all-star type of quadruple A team in the minors. We'll see. There's different directions going in that way. So we'll see.
Oh, I mean, obviously there's Travis Darno still out there. Maybe we can get, but let's see. I don't know. Yeah. But all right, before I go, let's welcome Jason here. Real quick, Jason, let's get your thoughts on the Mets and your final thoughts also.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to join you guys. Regarding the Mets, they claimed Ben Wertvet today off waivers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
So just another for catching depth.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, another former Yankee. Go figure. Yeah.
The Mets have all the Yankee exes.
Yeah.
All the exes live in the Queens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jason, I want to get your thoughts on your Mets, because I think there's another. It's another team that can potentially have a good season if everything goes right. But what are your thoughts so far during spring training, and obviously the new toy you got, Bo Bichette? Just talk about your thoughts real quick.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this team. Overall, I feel like they're more of a complete team than they were last year. So far in spring training, the vibes have been really good. Marcus Semien, he showed up yesterday, and Luis Robert showed up today. So far the vibes around the whole team are pretty good. So just hoping that they could just translate that into games coming up.
Yeah, I think it should be interesting what they do with Marcus Semien also, where they put him, and also Bo Bichette. But do you have any like final thoughts before I go?
Not really. Just great stream, everybody. George, congrats on 100 games.
Thank
That's
you.
great. Keep up the great work. And yeah, everybody does a great job here. So like and subscribe.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make this short and quick, but guys, great job tonight. This Sunday night show is always a hit. The recap show, we got the whole full all-star. This is our own all-star team, by the way. Star-studded cast right here, and A shout out to the chat, man. You guys did a great job interacting as always. Please continue liking and subscribing. And we have a guys. Don't forget we have a great guest from our that we booked for you guys this week. So stay tuned for that. And also the biggest reminder: tomorrow we're going to be live at 10, not 9:30, guys. 10 o'clock. Because of the guests coming at 10:30. So just be on the watch for that. But more things to come. And please subscribe to our Job of the Mouth show. We are live tomorrow at 6:45. We're going to be joined by current Las Vegas Raiders running back Dylan Lawby. He'll be joining tomorrow the show. But I continue liking and subscribing to our Job of the Mouth show. Big things are happening there. And also big things are happening at our nation's best NIL Dream Team company. A lot of big things there. And man, all of you guys are the best here on the panel. You guys keep up the great work. And more things to come, more surprises on the way, and more growth on the way too. So guys, please stay tuned for more. And thank you guys, and peace out. And Joe, you can sign us off.